Hello everyone, and welcome to The Social Talks, an independent news platform bringing you stories affecting contemporary youth. I'm James Maloney, focusing on world news. Russian President Vladimir Putin visited the country of Belarus in its capital Minsk last Monday to meet with President Alexa Lukashenko. Putin has not visited the country since 2019. The two presidents discussed military affairs and trade with a focus on security. Their meeting further solidified the relationship between the two countries, as Russia is a significant asset to Belarus based upon its size and resources. Putin cleared the air that Russia does not intend to annex Belarus in any way, and that he wants to respect the autonomy between the two states. According to WION, President Lukashenko commented that being enemies with Russia is not an option. The diplomacy between the two nations can be observed in terms of economics, as trade has risen by 10%. Despite this, Russia has been experiencing severe economic troubles due to sanctions from Europe. It has been projected by the Moscow Times that Russia will experience a decade of stagnation, followed by another decade of regression due to the war in Ukraine. According to DW News, Russian affairs analyst Konstantin Egert, there were no momentous decisions made based upon the press conference preceding the Minsk meeting. Egert also pointed out that because Putin has limited allies, he can only make limited actions. Since Belarus is also an isolated state, such a demonstration of unity between the two will probably be the furthest extent of their relationship. When asked if Lukashenko is resisting pressure from Putin for further aid and strategic advancement, Egert stated, quote, "So far he managed to resist. Diplomats of the region and diplomatic sources in the region all say that using the Belarusian army to invade Ukraine and supplement the Russian efforts will probably be a disaster for Lukashenko. Their army is not in a good condition, number one, and number two, they are not going to be willing to fight the Ukrainians. I think that this is something that Lukashenko actually wants to prevent, because this will reflect badly on his regime, and it could speed up its collapse." However, the conversation between Putin and Lukashenko barely acknowledges the elephant in the room that is Ukraine. This has raised concerns from the Western powers such as the United States and Europe. There are worries that Belarus will give in to the pressure and launch its own offensive in the war to aid Russia. After all, many Russian troops have been stationed in Belarus and are currently training on their border, giving Russia a geographical advantage. However, Lukashenko's lack of information and aid given to Putin, as far as we know, is one of the only factors keeping Belarus out of the conflict, regardless of their relationship with Russia. There is speculation that the war may be coming to a close, as Putin has stated that he wants to see the war reach its end during a press conference on December 22nd. However, Russia does not look to demilitarize in the slightest. On that same day, the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, visited the United States in Washington, D.C., where he met with U.S. President Joe Biden. According to Social Talks writer Sacha David, Biden confirmed that he will be aiding Ukraine by delivering the Patriot Air Defense System, otherwise known as the Phased Array Tracking Radar for Intercept on-Target System. It is one of the most advanced surface-to-air missile systems owned by the United States Army. David mentioned that Putin's response to this was, quote, "We will snap the Patriot. It's just prolonging the conflict, that's all." Putin also remarked how the Patriot system is no match for Russian technology, and that their S-300 system outperforms the Americans' older technology. With the arms race intensifying, it's hard to believe that the war in Ukraine will be ending anytime soon. Thank you so much for watching. For more news, please be sure to check out our website at thesocialtalks.com. I'm James Maloney, and we will see you next time. Take care.